Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today we just got a new Master Duel ban list. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out this new Master Duel ban list. So this new ban list is actually going to take effect on January 8th, so just a little bit away, but it's going to be in the new year. And really quick guys, happy holidays. So let's go ahead and check out and see what's happening on this list. Hopefully we have some Tenpai hits, but already I see Trickstar Reincarnation going from 1 to 3, which is actually a welcomed change. So, cards to be unlimited is going to be Trickstar Reincarnation going from 1 to 3 copies, which is actually really nice because recently Trickstar did get basically a pack in Master Duel, which is actually really nice to see this card go back to 3, so Trickstar can basically play at full power. It's a really awesome card for Trickstar, but I don't feel like this is going to actually see play outside of that deck. So, welcome move. Okay, next we have White Dragon Wyvern Buster going from 1 to 3. That's actually really big to see White Dragon Wyvern Buster go to 3 because Chaos Dragons are going to be absolutely insane with this card at 3, and it's a really awesome move for that deck. So it's going to actually shake up the meta, I think, a little bit to actually see this card go back to 3. Next up, let's see what we got. Ooh, we have Impin. Dude, we have Floowandereeze and Impin going from 1 to 3. Dude, we can play Floowander again. Oh, dude, we're starting the new year with Floowander. Yeah, okay. We can play birds. Okay, that's really cool because this deck is actually a very budget option for a lot of players to be able to pick up because Impin is just an SR. It's nothing really crazy expensive, and the majority of the deck is actually rares, commons, and super rares. I believe there's a couple of staples in the deck that are URs, but it's not really an expensive deck, and it doesn't really need an extra deck, which actually takes the cost of this deck way down to be able to make, which is actually really nice to see Impin come back to 3. I really like that. I don't feel like this card should have been at 1 to begin with. I feel like hitting map and probably the searcher would have been enough, but that's it. Not Rabina, the spell searcher would have been enough to be able to basically put this deck in check. But in the TCG, everything for Wander is at 3, and it's not doing all that much in the TCG, but Master Duel is a best of 1 format, so it's a little bit different. So let's see what else they hit. Hopefully they hit Tenpai somewhere. Okay, next we have Quick Launch going to 3 from 2 to 3. I feel like they're kind of encouraging like Dragon Link to come back. That's actually really interesting. I don't feel like this card has seen much play at all, but I actually like this because I play Quick Launch in my Red Eyes deck. So this is actually really welcome to see this card go back to 3 so you can actually play like a rocket package inside of different decks, even inside of Dragon Link, which is really nice, especially when we get Full Metal Dragon in Master Duel. This is actually going to be really, really cool to actually see because it's going to be able to boost up Dragon Link. It's going to boost up Red Eyes. It's going to basically just in general boost up Dragon decks to help you basically link climb into the exact stuff you need to. For the next one, ooh, that's a big one. Ooh, that's a really big one. They're testing that. They are testing that in Master Duel. Okay. That's really crazy. Okay. That's really crazy. Okay, seeing Sky Striker Hornet drones go to 3 is something I never thought I would see because in the TCG it's at 1 and in OCG it's at 1 and previously in Master Duel it's at 1, but now this card is at 3 and that is humongous for Sky Striker because now they're completely unlimited and you can basically play the entire deck unchecked, which is absolutely crazy. And I wholeheartedly see this deck actually being meta now because Sky Striker Hornet Drones is one of the most broken cards in the entire deck that gives you a token on your side of the field to basically just go in for a play while also getting you a spell card in the graveyard to be able to generate more basically utility for the deck. And this is actually going to help you link climb into a lot of different plays. This is actually broken and really insane to see this card come back, and it's really interesting. But currently Sky Striker isn't doing anything, but they might be doing this because in the future we're going to be getting Sky Striker support because of the Chronicles anime, and so this is actually really interesting to see this card come back. Could we see this happen in the TCG? I do think so, because a lot of times in Master Duel, we do see this being kind of a testing ground to see what's going to work and what's not going to work, because they can so easily change it from month to month. At any time they can produce a ban list for this, they can emergency ban it back to be able to just put this card back at 1 if it's too much, but it's very interesting to actually see this go back to 3. Let's see what else we got. Okay, Herald of Orange Light going back to 3. This is actually really nice. I think this could go back to 3 in every single format, including the OCG and the TCG. It's at 3, and the OCG it's at 1. I feel like this could go back to 3. It's a really nice hand trap. Plus, it's a rare, so you can use it as a really cool hand trap in a lot of different decks. But I feel like this card was currently at 1 in Master Duel because of tier limit. But tier limit's kind of been put in check in Master Duel because Merlead's banned, Sharon, I believe, is at like 2, Hovness is at like 1. Like, it's not that big of a deal. This is actually really nice for a lot of budget players that want to play more decks like Agents and stuff like that. I'm definitely going to play this in Novellis, which is really nice to actually see this card come back, and it's just really cool overall. What else we got? We have, oh yes! Yes! They hit Chandra! This is the correct hit. Okay, so Master Duel's playable again. That's really cool. I don't know if you guys have watched the stream when I played on the Duelist Cup, but it was a nightmare to play up against all the Tenpai players because they were just running all over the place in the Duelist Cup, and we all were talking about it in the chat. Which you guys have not checked out one of my live streams, you should definitely check out one of the live streams. They're a lot of fun. They're really cool community events. But Tenpai Dragon Chandra going to 1 is actually insanely good for the game because seeing Chandra go to 1, it's now at 1 in the OCG, is at 1 in the TCG, and is at 1 in Master Duel. That is the correct move for this game because this card is broken. And it's really nice to actually see Chandra go to 1. I hope there's more hits for this deck because Chandra is just not enough. There needs to be more than just Chandra. What else we got? Okay. Oh, dude, yes. Okay. Yes, this is right. Okay. So now we have Sangan Summoning at 1 as well. They have it at 1 in the TCG, OCG, and in Master Duel. This is correct. I really like this. This is a perfect hit for the deck, and it's really good to be able to put this card at 1. I would ban it in every single format because I think not being able to respond to anything. That line that says, Fire Dragon monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects during the main phase 1, not a cool effect. Not fun to deal with. We can't even hand trap them. This card needs to be banned, but I totally understand them putting it at 1 so the deck is still playable. But this card should have never gone to 2. It should have gone to like 1, and Chandra going to 1 is actually really nice. They do have Kaiman at 3 still, so did they hit that too? No, that's it. Okay, so that's the ban list. We have all of these cards going to 3. We have Trickstar Reincarnation, we have White Dragon Wyvern Buster, Impim, Quick Launch, Hornet Drones, and Herald of Orange Light all going to 3, and then Chandra and Sangan Kaiman both going to 1. That's so nice. Unfortunately, they didn't hit Gimmick Puppet. I really hope they would have hit Gimmick Puppet because Gimmick Puppet is one of those decks that's FTKing and it's not a fun deck to deal with. But maybe on the next list, they're going to hit Gimmick Puppet. It is still relatively new, and I guess it's still in the shop. So maybe they're not doing that yet until they actually get it out of the shop. So on the next ban list, you're probably going to see either the Field Spell go to 1 or ban the Field Spell. And then also they'll probably put both number 40 and C40 to 1 as well, because that's what they did in the TCG. Completely handled the deck, and it's totally fine. It can still FTK, but it handled the deck enough to be able to not FTK as easily. But in a best of 1 format, it's still going to be insane. Overall, good list. Good list. They addressed, oh my god, that's such a good list. Okay, so they addressed Tenpai right off the bat in an effective way. I feel like Kaiman also should have probably gone to 1, but they don't want to hit it too hard. They're probably going to do it on the next list if this deck is still prevalent. Reincarnation should have come back a long time ago. This is really interesting. Putting White Dragon from basically to 3 is really interesting. But in the OCG, they already got it at 3, so it's kind of one of those why not kind of situations. Impin, it's at 3 and everything. Why not? I don't think this was the correct hit at all. I think hitting map to 1 would have been the correct hit, or hitting, I think it's not Unexplored Winds. It's there's another card that they have that's like got the owl on it. It's a quick play spell that actually like searches map or searches on another monster. That one could have been hit and put to 1. It's basically like the Rhoda. That one could have been hit to 1. This card should have been at 3 a long time ago. Hornet Drone's big takeaway from this is Hornet Drones coming back to 3, because this could now happen in the TCG and the OCG if it doesn't have anything, if it doesn't deal with it here and it doesn't do anything here. It's going to come back here in the TCG and the OCG. And then Herald of Orange Light, it's a good hand trap. Put this at 3, it's fine. Overall, great list. Great list. I feel like this addresses basically everything. Just by hitting Tenpai, it's automatically a win. Okay, it's automatically a win. They saw what happened in the Duelist Cup, and they realized we cannot keep letting this happen. In a best of 1 format, this deck like completely dominates everything else, and it's not fair. Okay, this deck is not fair. You build this and it is just an auto win deck. Okay, you're playing Tenpai and just auto winning, especially with cards like Baron the Fleur in the format. It's just not cool. This deck is not fair at all. Okay, this needed to be addressed, and this is the correct way to do it. Now, later, they're probably gonna have to hit Kaiman. I really think they're probably gonna have to put Kaiman to 1 as well later. But for now, hey, we got a hit. We got a hit for Tenpai. That's good. So that's going to do for this one, guys. That's the full list. If you guys want to see it, that is the entire list. I really think it's a good list. Definitely tell me what you think of this list down in the comments down below. I think they did it right. I think that they could do more to the Tenpai deck later. But hey, it's good enough for now. It's something. Hitting Chandra is great. Hitting Kaiman's great. Maybe, or hitting the field spell summoning is great. Kaiman's later. It's coming later. We'll probably see that and Gimmick Puppet hit on the next list. But for now, it's good. So that's going to be this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell next so you can become part of Notification Squad, and definitely check out the Patreon in the description below. If you guys have not checked out one of my Master Duel live streams, definitely hit the bell so you know when I go live, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.